What's up? It's your boy Olio, aka Oligotrophic. This is episode 5 of my Road to Collections. As you can tell, we are back in the God Wars dungeon, and this time I am outside the Saradomin / Commander Zilyana room. I just got my kill count, and so I'm ready to go in, but before I do, I'm going to take a look at the log so far, because I do believe I have a few pieces of War Priest in the bank. So I obviously won't be getting those again on the log. But if we bring up Commander Zilyana, so I have 271 kill count. Gotta make sure I write that down, just for record keeping purposes. Taking a look at the collection, so obviously I have the Godsword shards, and then I do indeed have the full set of War Priests. So I won't be getting any War Priest pieces at all. But we have 3 amulets to get: the hilt, the Sara sword, and then obviously the 2 armed crossbows. This is probably one of the last AFK bosses that I will fight, other than maybe like KBD, Mole, that kind of thing. But I'm still kind of working on my old school account, and then just trying to find bosses to AFK that I can work towards the collection on. So this is ideally a pretty AFK boss, I think. I know she hits pretty hard mage, but I'll be maging, so hopefully it won't hit too hard. But with that being said, I think it's time to jump in and see if we can't get some of these items knocked out pretty early. Hey, there's the first drop. Just got a Sara Diamond's Murmur. That is one of the necklaces, worth a whopping 291k. An item to check off the collection list. Hey, there's the big drop right there. Let's go. Oh, and the shard. Back to back. That's dope. So there is the biggest drop, basically, that this monster drops. This boss, I should say. The Saradomin hilt checks in at just over 6 mil. So it's all downhill from here, boy. And there is a Godsword Shard 3. I know I've mentioned it a lot before, but I obviously don't need those for this log, but they are a rare drop from God Wars Dungeon anyways, so might as well throw it in. Hey, there's another item. Pull out the Sara sword. Not bad. Price check comes in at a whopping 136k. Doesn't even get a broadcast. That is disappointing to say the least, but another item off the collection nonetheless that I'm not gonna be able to open. But that's now our 3rd item, plus the 5 War Priest pieces. So no duplicates yet, but slowly chipping away at that collection. And there is another Godsword Shard 3, and yet another Godsword Shard 3. Hey, there is a Whisper, Saradomin's Whisper of Saradomin, whatever you want to call it. Is that the one I already have? No, it's not. I had the Murmur. So that is 2 out of the 3 necklaces. That one checks in at 541 kill count. So that is, like I said, 2 out of 3 of the necklaces. Still looking for the hiss. Still looking for both of the crossbows and then the pet. So I have 4 more things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, looking for 4 more things from Commander Zilyana. So this is one of the situations where my mic problem started happening. So from here on out, these probably will be, for the most part, after the fact voiceovers. So in this clip, I get, I believe, my first duplicate Sara Diamond sword. Not a good drop by any means. It's only worth a couple 100k. So taking a look at the log, that is indeed duplicate sword. Still looking for one of the amulets, I think, as well as the pet and the crossbows. So this is a pretty wild clip. I don't know if it happened at any other point in this video, but I get a Murmur from Bree, one of the minions, and according to Wiki, getting a rare drop like that from a minion is 1 in 40,960. So that's some pretty crazy RNG. But either way, that is my 2nd Murmur on the log. Still looking for one of the necklaces, both crossbows, and the pet. And there is the duplicate Sara Diamond hilt. definitely not a bad drop to double up on, as it is the most expensive, not only here, but I'm pretty sure the most expensive item in the God Wars dungeon altogether. So definitely not going to complain about getting that duplicate. Checks in at, yeah, 6.3 mil. So definitely not a bad drop to get another of. And there is another murmur of Saradomin. Get used to seeing duplicates come in for those, because I have a feeling it's going to happen a lot. I believe that is my third one. What are they, like 60k? Something like that? I don't even know. Looking at the collection, 853 kill count. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like my third one or so. Oh, perfect. And now the duplicate Whisper. Still looking for the Hiss. Tripled up on the Murmur, and now doubled up on the Whisper. It sucks these aren't worth that much. I remember back in the day they were worth quite a bit. I remember having to save up money for a while to be able to buy a full set of these. But yeah, there is my duplicate Whisper, and I've pulled out duplicates on pretty much everything except any of the drops that I don't have yet. And another Saradomin Godsword. Nothing really to see here. I think that's my third, maybe fourth. I don't know. Either way, nothing to talk about with this one. Whopping 137k. Perfect. Send that to the bank real quick and continue on with this trip. So this is quite an interesting clip. So I pull out my first Hiss of Saradomin. Everything's happy, happy, joy, you know. Finally complete the set of necklaces. And then the very next kill, I get another Hiss. And it kind of threw me off because I thought it, like, I don't know, I thought I just like read the chat box wrong. And then I realized I indeed did get 2 Hisses. And I don't know, it just totally blew my mind. So that's pretty cool. So 736 kills, and I get a Hiss, and then I get a duplicate Hiss. So that right there completed all the weapons and everything except for the 2 crossbows as well as a bet. So I pull out my third Saradomin hilt. That's all fine and dandy and great. Third one, like I said, this is not a bad item to double or triple or whatever up on, because it's the most expensive item here, so there's nothing wrong with that. But just, I think, 2 kills later, something like that, 2 or 3 kills later, I get the armor crossbow. So that brings me up to only missing the offhand and the pet. I don't know what it is about getting big drops back to back like that, but, well, not quite back to back, but you know what I mean. So that's huge right there. I don't know if I bring up my collection or not. Nope, didn't look like it. And then just a hot second later, I get another Godsword Shard 2, this time from a minion. And yet another Godsword Shard 3, this time from a minion. Same minion that's dropped all the other ones, I think. I'm not sure. Shocking, it's not a Godsword Shard 3. It's actually a Godsword Shard 2 this time. And I pull out yet another Saradomin sword. I believe that is my 4th. I'm not for sure, though. I'm going to have to wait until I can open the collection to be 100% sure. So kill count 831, it looks like. And that is indeed my 4th Sara sword. Yet another Godsword Shard 3. And another Hiss of Saradomin. I believe that's my 3rd. I think that's the one I doubled up on, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's my 3rd Hiss of Saradomin. I have to get a check here after I get these minions killed. 70k. Big money. Kill count 877. And yeah, that is my indeed third Saradomin hiss. And there is yet another Whisper. I believe that's my fourth, if I'm not mistaken. No, maybe third. Might be my third. Either way, yet another duplicate, another cheap necklace. Not much more needs to be said. So whatever the last one was, here's another Saradomin Whisper. My third or fourth or fifth. I don't think I check. But another Whisper nonetheless. And yet another Saradomin sword. It sucks that this item really isn't viable anymore. I remember having one back in the day, saving up for it forever. And the spec on it was just one of the coolest things ever. Really, just all these God Wars dungeon bosses bring back a lot of nostalgia. Because when you were first able to kill them back in the day, it was huge. And then you worked and worked to get a drop, and it was just massive improvements for your account, you know. And just one of those things that you really reflect on when doing stuff like this at these old bosses. But that was the last kill of that trip. And I think so I bring up my kill count. Kill count 1026. So just shy of over 1,000 kills into this. And like I said, that was indeed my sixth Saradomin sword. And yet another God Sword Shard 3. So not really a drop I was looking for, but there is Morty the Constitution pet. That was a pleasant surprise. Got it. I'm well over 120. I'm not sure exactly what XP I ended up getting him on. Maybe like 112 mil, something like that. Definitely one of the cooler looking skilling pets in my opinion. But there is Morty the Constitution pet. What are we going to get this time? Oh, another Hiss Up Saradomin, my fourth, fifth, I don't know, I lost track. And there is another Saradomin hilt. Now I believe that is my fourth Saradomin hilt. Could be wrong, but I think that's my fourth. 6 mil a piece, easy money. I honestly can't believe I've gotten that many, seeing as how it's got to be one of the rare drops from this boss. I'm not sure on the exact rates, but wow, 4 Saradomin hilts. Taking a look at the collection, 1183 kill count. If I can get out of combat really quickly, I will open the collection and make sure that is indeed my fourth. Yeah, fourth Saradomin hilt. Still looking for the offhand and the pet. And there is yet another Murmur. And another Hiss. Oh, and another God Sword Shard 3. Oh, and once you know it, another God Sword Shard 2. Saradomin's Whisper. Yet another Saradomin's Whisper. God Sword Shard 2, wouldn't you know? God Sword Shard 2, holy cow! And for the first time in what seems like forever, I get a drop that's not a necklace or a God Sword Shard. That is my duplicate armor crossbow, not the offhand, the main hand, and yes, another duplicate. Saradomin's Whisper. Saradomin sword. I don't even know which one. I'll have to wait till the end of the video to figure it out, but yet another Saradomin sword. I wish I had the audio from this clip because I just got the pet and I'm pretty sure I was freaking out, but unfortunately no audio. Hopefully I bring up my kill count So I can figure out what kill count I got the pet at. I don't know. I was freaking out. Per usual. So it was approximately like 1660 kill count, I think. And yet another God Sword Shard 1, this time from a minion. And another God Sword Shard 1. Another Wisp of Saradomin. Another God Sword Shard 3. Another Whisper. Sorry, another Murmur of Saradomin. Mixed it up a little bit. Another Saradomin's Whisper. Oh, another God Sword Shard 1. Wasn't even paying attention. Not long after the God Sword Shard 1, I complete the log. I wish I had audio, but I don't. So, offhand, Armor Crossbow completes the log, completes the Keeper of the Faith feat, and I will meet you guys in the bank for a re-recorded audio session of the loot. So, back at the Max Guild to look at the collection log and the lootations. If I bring up my collection tab, got my title slapped on. So I ended on what kill count? 814. So I'm not sure exactly where I started. You'll have to rewind to the front of the video to find that. I think it took me like right around 1600 kills or so, I want to say. So looking at the collection, we have 5 hisses, 5 murmurs, 8 whispers, 4 hilts. Those God Shard numbers aren't perfect. You'll have to see in the tab. 7 Sarah Swords, 2 main hand crossbows, the offhand crossbow, all the War Priest, the pet obviously. So there is the completed tab. Obviously finished Keeper of the Faith feat. Got my sexy title slapped on. And I will now pull out the loot from the bank and figure out how much we made. At best calculation, this is all of the loot from doing the collection log for Zilyana. There were some items that I already had stacks of in the bank, and I tried to keep as good a track as I could as far as the potions and stuff. The shields I think I had a stack of in the bank. Magic Seeds from Nex, obviously. And I think that was about it. So I tried keeping track as good as I could about how much I actually got from Zilyana. So bear with me. These numbers might not be exactly accurate, but they are as accurate as I can try to make them. You know, I AFK'd a lot, so it's hard to say how much I actually transferred and that kind of thing and whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this into the price checker, and we're going to see how much money we made. Alright, so starting with the potions, we got some super magic potions, some super defense. Decent amount of money there. Throw in the prayer potions, the super restores, the Sara Diamond brews. Slowly getting up there. Now we got some rune items, rune plate legs, rune kite shields, closing in on 10 mil, a couple adamant bodies, throw in our herbs and unicorn horn, battle staffs, diamonds, couple loop half keys, some gold ore, 17.2 mil, not bad. Now for the magic seeds, and now the actual armor slash sword pieces, whatever you want to call it. We have a bunch of God Sword Shard pieces, but necklaces obviously aren't worth much. Throw in the murmurs and the whispers. Kind of pitiful how much those are actually worth, but it is what it is, I guess. Godsword Shard 1s. Godsword Shard 2s. Godsword Shard 3s. 23.4 mil so far. Decent amount of cash there. Now for the good old Sara swords. Quite a few of those. Now the big ticket items. So we got the offhand, or the main hand crossbows and the offhand crossbow. So, and the hilts obviously. So 2 main hands, decent amount. An offhand. And the big ticket item, the 4 Sara Diamond hilts. Now, I'm actually not going to sell these as hilts. I'm going to go ahead and make them into God Swords because I think you make a little bit of money. But just for the sake of the loot video, I'll throw those in. And that brings the total up to 60.2 mil. So it took me roughly 26 hours. So 60 mil divided by 26 hours, 2.3 mil per hour. Not bad for being a God Wars dungeon boss. Not bad at all. So I went ahead and made the 4 hilts into Sara Diamond God Swords because I think they're a little bit more money. Weapon is just iconic because I remember saving up back in the day and having to fight my way to the altar in the Sara Diamond boss room to be able to get the passive effect on the God Sword that I had bought. So there's another big chunk of change right there. So it brings my total cash stack a little bit higher than it was. But nonetheless, a lot more money than I thought it was going to be. Can't be mad about that. Alright, so I know you just finished watching my loot and collection from Zilyana. But I wanted to take a minute to talk about everything else that I have going on. So for a while now, as you guys know, I've had the Nex Tab going, and I honestly can't remember the last time I actually got a Nex kill. I think I took on a little too much when I started this tab and just burnt myself out. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to go ahead and sell everything and then ideally buy Premier with bonds and then apply that to this account, buy another year membership, and just go one tab at a time, one boss at a time, one collection at a time. That way I'm not so overwhelmed because this is just a boss that you need to dedicate a lot of time to, and I just, like I said, just got burnt out too quick. So I'm going to go ahead and sell everything from this, unfortunately kind of bringing the next tab to an end. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to come back to it. I need the money right now, and so I think it's in my best interest to go ahead and sell this. I'm obviously going to document how much money I make, and then when I get around to finishing the next tab, I'll calculate this into the total loot tab. So, I mean, that's the loot. Taking a look at the collection. So 266 kills. That's what the collection looks like. I know somewhere around here I have what KC I started. So I started on 81 KC. So 185 kills. So 185 kills to get this. Not too bad. But I'm going to go ahead and pull everything out of the bank, sell it, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Alright, so all I have left is the armors, and so I figure I would bring you guys in for that. Not that it matters where any of the stuff goes, but alright, we'll try to go least to greatest. Zerite bow, 7.6 mil, really? Dang. Gloves are going to be a little bit cheaper. 2.8, 3.1, not bad. Boots. Wow, boots are 8 mil each. They sold for just under 8 mil each, not bad. Pernix boots, 10 mil. Is that 9.5 mil? Holy cow. Alright, total plate legs, 20 mil. 21 mil. Love to see it. Virtus body, 29 mil. Pernix chaps, 18 mil each. 36 mil total. And now, obviously, the big money maker, 30.8 mil each. Do they sell for that? They do. Wow, they sold for above that, 63 mil. So, total lootations from 185 kills at Zilyana. $274 mil, 13K. So with this, like I said, I'm gonna transfer it into bonds and buy gold premier, add another year to this account, and just be good to go on membership. You know, might as well. It's my main. Got to, right? So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this series. I do apologize again for ending the Nex Tab, but I took on too much trying to do that when I had other bosses I wanted to AFK. And you need to put full focus into doing Nex. And I just, at the moment, can't put in that full, like, 2 hours of focus that's needed to be able to, you know, do a next session. And like I said, I just got burnt out. So one more thing I want to talk about was just kind of the year in review. I mean, we did trim in 2018. The date is December 28th today. It is still 2018. So looking back at 2018, the whole trim grind came to an end as I finished up Castle Wars and was able to trim. A lot of other stuff happened, you know, got a bunch of boss pets, got a bunch of skilling pets, made some skilling gains on the account, got 120 fishing, on top of some other stuff that I'm probably forgetting. I should keep clips of big stuff like that and then just do a compilation video at the end, but memory storage is a hot commodity, so I don't actually end up doing that. Looking ahead to 2019, as far as YouTube and RuneScape is concerned, I don't like doing New Year's resolutions because what's stopping you from starting one right now? You know, why does a new year have to entitle you to work up the motivation to start in a resolution? But I think it's a good time to kind of just push the reset button and kind of reset your mindset and reset your focus on what you want. So as far as the YouTube RuneScape grind is concerned, one of my New Year's resolutions is going to be to upload a video once a week. I've talked about it before and I just never really stuck through with it, but I really want to make it a point to upload a video every week. Not necessarily an RS3 video, because I've talked about before, I have a lot of old school stuff saved to my computer that I just haven't gotten around to edit and upload. So maybe like in between bossing logs, I will upload a old school video to kind of hold you guys over until the next collection is done. I'm not sure which collection I want to start right now. I don't have one started currently. So maybe I'll finish up the God Wars dungeon and then switch to the God Wars 2 dungeon. But we'll see. So I do have other New Year's resolutions, just personal stuff. You know, stop drinking pop, run more, that kind of stuff. So comment down below, what's your New Year's resolution? What do you hope to maybe stop doing in 2019? Or what do you plan on doing in 2019 with your New Year's resolution? So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys had a great 2018. I hope you guys had a great holidays, and be safe on New Year's. My name is Oligotrophic, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.